I'm joking. Confuse the fuck out of me. But don't worry. It's in South America, Rika.
I thought I'd learned something new, and then you just wrecked it for me by telling me. Anyway, so can you tell me why did you... Oh, okay, so where's like Texas and Los Angeles and
Up there. It's so far away. Look.
It's far, far away.
It's a huge country.
Where's Mexico?
Up there. Mexico. So it's the bottom of the USA. So
this show is brought to you by Guinness.
See what? But hey, in Rika's defense, Rika has grown up in Australia, but spent a lot of time in Japan.
Wait, is that all connected?
Yep. You can walk across there.
See, I didn't even realise.
Yeah, but in Rika's defence, just like all Australians, look where we live. We live in a country so far removed from everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
We do know a little about history only because we want to go everywhere. We actually want to see other big countries because they tend to want to come here and everything exciting happens out there. So in your defence, Rika, like, you know, I only know through Brazil through the Brazilian, the asses, the great asses that I see on the beach.
Well, I don't even know.
So, you know what I mean? Why else would I know about Brazil and Australia? Seriously.
I don't even know the geography of the Gold Coast.
But you know
okay,
what? Can
I tell you something?
Do you know about the story? Like, when I moved to Australia, before I moved to Australia, I was looking where to move. Like, I want to learn English and have, like, live for 6 months somewhere. And then I look at the books, talk to people, I look at the nice books, and I see kangaroos, surf, beach, enjoying life, have everything. I say, I go to this place.
Oh, because that was going to be my question.
I just arrived in Sydney. I arrived in Sydney, middle of the city, Asian, Middle East.
Yeah.
Everyone walk around like only buildings. Say, oh, what is this? What is the kangaroos? What is the beach? What is the surf? Like, I was imagining Gold Coast in 2000, maybe be what I was thinking when I moved here in 2006 to Sydney. Yeah.
Isn't it strange? Yeah.
But you stayed, so there was something obviously that, you know, you're happy with that.
Yeah, but I love the country. So when I moved here,
it's a gorgeous country. Australia, like the dude said, Australia is. You know, and I haven't been around the world, but I don't think I want to. I've got, especially the Gold Coast, and we say this nearly every podcast, hey, is like the Gold Coast has everything. It has the good weather, it's got the pretty people, it's got the beach, it's got the hinterland, it's got the city, not too far away. You know, it's like
it's actually a trap. It means you can't go on holiday anywhere else.
That's it. You just stuck here forever.
And the other thing that Drew pointed out too is because I think I went. I can't even remember where I went, but I went. Oh, that's right, Magnetic Island. I went to Magnetic Island.
Nudist beach too. I heard.
No, but I was going there expecting it to be really, really expensive because it's a tourist destination, right? And then when I got there, it was actually cheaper than the Gold Coast.
Wow!
And then Drew pointed out, he's like, Rika, do you realise you live on the ultimate tourist destination of Australia? So it's like, oh yeah, so no matter where I go in Australia, it's always going to be cheaper than the Gold Coast. So
okay, I would imagine Brazil to be an exciting place to live, though. You know, because you have that big forest, you have the big city, you still have great beaches, you have all the people.
Like Australia. You know what we call Brazil? Actually, we know what we call Australia? The Brazil that did absolutely everything right. So for us, it's just corruption that screwed the whole country. We are exactly the same thing that you guys, but we don't have.
And the population is.
But the government and the system went wrong.
Exactly.
I
can hear you.
There's a lot of people in there.
What did you do wrong?
Corruption.
Yeah,
corruption.
Our system has stayed
accountability.
Our banking, our government, and.
Do you think so?
No, since day one, Brazil. Since day one, since the Portuguese arrived.
Brazil is
Is
just
it the Portuguese? Those bloody Portuguese.
Brazil was the development of Brazil was in that way. Colonization, no exploration, not colonization. Do you know you go to a country to colonize, or you go to a country to explore the country?
Explore,
The Portuguese went there, they explored, they took everything out and just tried to take as much. If you see in Australia, the English, they come in like they colonize the country.
Right.
They come to live and they come to bring people to build the country. In
They
Brazil,
had
they
to. They
try
had
to
no choice because
suck
England's
as much as-
like a 5-cent piece, and Australia's like, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
like,
but we didn't have a lot of.
things
Are we
just
still talking about jiu-jitsu here?
no, it's changed, Change.
Yeah, who cares?
Sorry, I keep going back
Because
to
no,
Brazil.
I'm equally as interested in Brazil though. What I'm interested about the people who were in Brazil. So the Portuguese came there. Somehow they dominated the people that were there. Somehow they must have had guns. They must have had some. Like I always feel for the poor Aboriginal
that's a
people
good
who are very
point.
primitive. Yeah.
Same shit.
Yeah.
Same
No,
shit.
but
They must
you
have
guys
structures. The South
No, and
American.
they try to cut us.
But were you guys like? But were you indigenous? Were you
Catechize.
Aboriginal?
Make people become Catholic. Same thing in Brazil. Church comes in, try to.
No,
make
but I think what Drew's
Christianize
trying
them.
to say is that because the Aboriginal people of Australia didn't have a chance. They had no
They didn't have physical
chance.
structures you could see. There was no
neither
just
did-
take over. You know.
No, neither had the Brazilian Indians. It's just
Really?
like they're living in the jungle.
they fight a bit. They fight.
Oh, so are you guys the indigenous people of Brazil?
Not me.
Is-
No.
I got
We
you
don't
got
Oh,
have
not
Iranian
you guys,
and-
but
No.
it's Brazil.
But Brazil don't have
let me
any more
understand.
indigenous pretty much.
They
It's
do,
too
small
old. It's too
colony,
old, but
yeah.
like it's too old Brazil to have like Brazil
This
is
is
mixed.
500 years ago. We're talking.
Australia, you can see
Oh,
still
wow.
like Italian or Spanish living a group of Brazilians living together. Culture, you can feel the
Lapalho.
culture if you go to
Oh, wow.
Italy. You see the culture divide.
Yeah.
In Brazil, it's like everything's like mixed.
This is just so bizarre to me.
It is.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about food then.
Wait, can I
Oh,
just
yeah.
explain why it's so bizarre to me? Is because like
Because you don't know where it is in the
no,
world.
you know that too. But unfortunate for me, like my dad and my mum. I'm making it all about me again, aren't I? No, well, because mum is from Japan, so an island, right? And dad is Australian, which is aside from
Another big island.
another big island. So it just like blows my mind to think of all these different cultures. Just like,
Paulo. Sorry, man. I'm just saying hi to my sensei because he's watching us now.
oh, can I say hello too?
Yes.
Gostoso.
Fala gostoso.
Gostoso. Hello, gostoso.
Oi, Paulão. Aí, Paulão. Vai comer a gatinha. Say to him, Paulão, você é lindo.
Paulo es lindo.
Dale, Paulão.
I have no idea what
All
I
right,
just
go
said.
ahead.
We've had a couple of beers, so we're having a good time. I am having a really good time though.
He's saying, I'm going there, hey, I'm going.
Oh, he likes me.
He does.
Cool.
All right, let
Hey,
me show
can I ask
again.
you a question,
Hang on.
Alex?
That's it, Paulão. Look.
What's the Portuguese in Portugal? How far has that removed from the Portuguese in Brazil? Like, if you hear a Portuguese person, do they sound?
It's totally
Very
different. It's very
different.
Yeah,
different.
of course.
It's very different.
What have you had?
It is.
300 years?
Possible.
Something?
No,
Yeah,
it's not
it's
that the
not-
accent is different.
Yeah, the accent have a few words differently. Probably be similar to
Australian.
English to Scottish.
Scottish,
Yeah, I think it'll be
Australian.
something like that. Australian, Scottish, English. So it'll be something similar.
Yeah. Okay, then I feel like we need. Ricky, can you Google like
Yes.
the
Hey, Google.
the most
Google.
what's the most famous Portuguese model? I want to see what she looks like.
Hey, Google.
Yeah, like compared to the
The Brazilian.
Portuguese model. I want to see. I imagine she's got a mustache, like a Spanish sort of lady.
Clarify, because people asking here going,
Do we have a still
We
or
was-
something?
But then you got the Brazilian
Yeah,
girl, like
I know.
full
Yeah.
figured. She's got that move.
guys, we were supposed to be talking about jiu-jitsu here.
Can we get Aaron to
we got carried away talking about Brazil and Portugal and all that stuff. So bear with us. We're going to go back to Jiu-Jitsu at some point somehow.
Probably not.
Or probably not. We're just going
But we did an hour on it.
Well, we did an hour of Jiu-Jitsu. So go back to the beginning of this podcast and you see a big story. I even told stories about Tony Cão. Should I tell a story about you, Paulão?
Hey, can I just explain? Anyone's listening to this on audio, Fabio's talking to his phone on Facebook Live.
I'm doing live Facebook, so I got all my audio.
There are no rules to this show. We've done 198 episodes now, so...
You should have been the 200.
The secret to this show is
I'm offended now. You didn't invite me for the 200, man.
We haven't invited anyone.
It's in the future.
We haven't invited anyone because
If I
Drinjk
am here on
can't
the
organise.
198, I'm not going to be here for the 200.
No, we haven't invited it because we can't organise it. Okay, all right. What happened was Drew had this cruise that he was wanting to book for the 200th episode. He couldn't find time to organise it. He's given me the phone number. I called up and the phone was disconnected.
Oh, that's bad.
So
I've had more than 130 people on this show, sort of thing. So I was going to have a party on a boat. Everyone's going to go on the boat, bands, all this sort of stuff. And haven't.
I got a question for you, Rika.
And we're live on Facebook Live.
I got a question for you,
are we live
Rika.
again?
Yeah.
Yes.
Paulo Guimarães is asking you if you want to go on a date with him.
I would love to go on a date with
He's
him.
a black belt.
Do you like being choked out?
He's my instructor.
Is
He's
he
the
single?
Guy, he's the guy who gave me my black belt.
How old
Are
is
you
he?
single at the moment, Paulo? I don't know what's your status at the moment. What's your status at the moment, Paulo?
It's suspicious
Reply.
that his status is...
Or there's somebody else saying, I'm queuing up for her if you want. If Paulo doesn't want her, I'll take over. You've been very successful.
This happens every episode.
Have you tried Tinder before? No.
No. Wait.
Put that phone down. Can I tell you what happens every episode of this show? Is that all... that everyone starts looking at Rika going, wow, she's actually really doesn't know where Brazil is. But then we all fall in love with her in certain ways, like in different layers. Like, but not, when I say love, you know what I mean?
What was she talking about?
Yeah, like wow. Maybe she
wait.
needs to go on a date with my friend.
Wait,
sort of
Drew,
thing.
stop interrupting me. I'm on a potential date. Two
potential dates.
Two potential dates.
I'll give you guys a bit of a glimpse of a little. Here we go.
You know we're recording
is
this.
Rika.
I can't read that anymore.
No, this is Rika. Sorry.
So who am I talking to?
Say, fala gostoso.
Do duck lips, Rika.
Fala gostoso.
Give some duck lips.
Aí, Paulão, vai comer.
Stand up. Stand up. Stand up and turn around. Stand up, turn around.
Valeu, galera. See you soon. I'm going to leave because we're about to finish the podcast. Thank you very much for being here with us. Speak soon.
Oh, no, wait. Give me the number.
Os.
Where does he live right now? Where is he?
He's in Sydney.
Oh, that's going to be an easy way.
She's saying to you, oi gostosa, which means hello, hottie.
That's all she needs. That's
See you guys. Thanks very much for supporting us. Legacy Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, us, Drew Crook, and the verse against the Gold Coast. All right, let's get out of here.
But isn't it funny? Aaron, you've been in these shows. Aaron Brunny's on the mic now. You've been in this show enough to know that, yeah, we gravitate towards trying to set Rika up with a date.
Hey, Rita,
Every show.
don't you have a boyfriend?
No.
Why not?
She's studying.
I'm studying.
Yeah, it's a crazy
What's
world.
going on with
I
Australia?
don't know.
Australia?
I agree,
Should
mate.
we go the new bachelorette or
Well,
bachelorette?
only today, one of our former guests, I won't say his name, invited Rika out on Friday night, and I went, just go out. He's a great guy. You know,
Yes.
he's probably the greatest surfboard shaper in this country,
Oh, wow.
in the
Who's
world.
that?
Like, I can't say his name because I love him. He's
Okay.
a great guy.
Okay.
And
Oh, I can't. I'm just,
we
I'm
only
not
talk to
in a-
winners on this show. So Rika's like, nah, he's not the one. I'm like, what are you talking about?
But it's not even about that. It's like I don't have time at the moment because I'm studying. I want to get my
Rika,
degree.
Time is something we make, yes?
Do you think my wife is happy with me? Do you think my wife...
Kaori.
She just.
Golly.
But the thing is, no.
She's forced into it
No,
somehow.
but the thing is that I can't. I can't, you know, all right, because I might say,